So the past 12 hours have been a little rough, but I will deal with things I need to deal with as we oh, I couldn't even click that right away, but we'll consider doing what we need to do here, because I need to. Azal 7th Curse, this is probably coming out later than I expect, by the way. Azal 7th Curse random item stats. So we get some funds to start with that may or may not help, we'll see. But as I get started here in a hot moment, let us make sure that I said everything correctly. So 7th Curse, Azal, and a whole lot of wishing. So as we actually get to the timestamp, oh my goodness, I don't know where I'm going. As we get into Azal 7th Curse, random item stats, custom character, yeah, we start with a lot of funds, thankfully. That's the wrong thing. Never mind. Wow, I'm really going out of my mind here. So basically, I was doing a lot of game dev stuff and channel stuff. I'm trying to also replace the intro or the video that you would see at the very beginning of this channel when you click on my channel immediately. And yeah, that didn't go so well either. So basically a lot of things blew up in my face. But as we actually get into Azal 7th Curse character exclusive, random item, custom character, I almost reset the run again for whatever reason. But yeah, we start with 4 funds. And let's move on. Takshisan, second encounter, strength, dexterity, second mystery, maybe a charisma check? Would be nice. Don't know if we're going to get that though. Otherwise, these funds will be good to, I guess, trade off for Doom in the Monument, but that depends. Also had something interesting break around me recently, and it was I didn't do anything, but something just decided to break on all its own, and I was just like, wow, that's really interesting. We'll heal stamina here, and we'll grab these funds and head off to our mysteries. But yeah, a lot of weird things happen. I don't know if I should take that as a sign of bad luck to come, but hopefully it's not going to be too much bad luck. Festival, mermaids, teacher, murderer, and notation. So no labyrinth this time, but we'll see what else we can do. So really, one boss, but we'll take murderer first, just in case. Also, Azal fun pain. So, oh, never mind. I just realized that this mystery has you locked out of the locations I need to use to get allies. But we're taking less damage, so hopefully that helps me a little bit. It will help. It just won't be it will not be the equalizer in case I run into certain enemies, the Rumu Ghost. But any other bad enemy is going to hurt me a lot here. I would have to basically run. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, the good news is because I'm forced to go without a weapon, I will get 15 experience to do Scary Story. Otherwise, yes, before I was reminded of Scary Story recruiting, I would have just gambled on re-rolling with Doom. But hey, also though, RNG's already looking bad when I've started rolling a 12. Let's just say that's the first 12 I've rolled so far, and see how many more I can remember to count. Also, keeping in mind we have the second encounter check, I'm pretty sure. But hey, let's continue onward. Yeah, so protective carvings, but we're taking 4 stamina damage. Why are we taking so much damage again? Well, also I think I need to toss these funds somewhere. So yeah, I'm really I'm in a world of pain, is what I'm trying to say. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the, by the way, this is the mystery I was talking about earlier in an earlier video when I had another one of Haspin's mysteries in rotation. I thought this was the mystery because I remember fighting basically this encounter, but it was the wrong one I was thinking of. Also, that was probably not the thing I wanted to do, but I have a sewing kit. Hurts my charisma, but we don't really have a choice at the moment. And we have to toss these funds, I just realized. Well, we're going all out on kicks, by the way. We need to hit at least 2 of these kicks to get out, basically. I was about to say. And we lost a lot of stamina for that, so here's hoping. We can still run ally attack. It's going to be a really weird ally attack run. We get a weapon for it, but it's not going to be the best. Yeah, and I can't use these funds anywhere, so this was the worst mystery to pick, and the thumbnail should reflect that. But we're going to save 1 fun because we're essentially playing with Branded now. We do get to lower Doom, but do I swerve into a dexterity run? This is so bad. We are taking less damage, but we need to deal more damage, is what I'm trying to say. So, funny enough, I'm going to take the experience because I'm going to try to continue to run ally attack. We'll take teacher now. Or Azul could look for allies. So never mind. We're going along with the steak knife. We got a free weapon out of it. We also have Doom, so it's not the worst thing, but I'm gonna take Fast Learner, funny enough. We're probably gonna get slapped a few times here. We'll rest once, or rest twice, actually. Who am I kidding? And we'll go on, because I've started runs at 24% Doom. This is by far not the worst thing that can happen. What is bad is if I don't level up before the end here, well, even if I do, actually won't matter. Yeah, it won't matter. I just realized, so. Also, I realized as well that this steak knife is doing not a lot of damage. So I really what I really should have done was turn this into an escape run. When your kicks do more than steak knife damage, and this is because of random item stats. Yeah, I am going out of my mind this video. I hope this doesn't mean bad things are going to happen to me in the future. Wow, okay. Yep. Let's see how many of these we miss. The Gigolo is our second encounter, by the way. But we're just going to take this in the face. Thank goodness I have protective carvings, otherwise I would have died. But this, if nothing else, hey. I'm sorry, Haspin, for underestimating that mystery. Because I completely forgot what was in it. But anywho. We'll take this level up now. We do get to lower Doom. We get a bottle of milk for our trouble, but really an empty bottle, which is very, very nice. Unless we lose Bath, then we just toss this run out a window. This might, no, we're just gonna take 2 curses. Who am I kidding? We're gonna take 2 curses and look for another weapon. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully these library notes sell for funds. They do, thankfully. The meat cleaver would also be an interesting pick, but I still want the army knife over it. That speed is also going to help. You'd think that, oh, well, you have more strength, Jordan. For those who don't know, the calculation, if you have about a 2 difference in stats between, well, and the steak knife is perception anyway, but let's pretend that perception was at 3. If there's a 10 speed value difference, so in this case, say the meat cleaver was like 96 speed, yeah, it's still worth it to take it the weapon that has 10 lower speed, or that has 10 less speed, and is therefore faster than a weapon that has 10 more speed. And if you really want the monkey brain, basically take your stat and multiply it by 3, and that's and subtract that from your speed to get the actual speed of your attacks. In general, there are some cases in which you want to do some trade-offs, usually as it pertains to, oh my goodness, as it pertains to, I was going to say something, but now I forgot because this happened. The good news is we can option select bottled sludge. The bad news is, for this next fight, as I put Sensor Bunny on screen, yeah, we're going to be in pain. So, we're not taking as much because we have protective carvings, but hey. So if I forgot what I was saying and you want to hear what I was going to say, please let me know in the comment section by saying, hey, Jordan, would you please go continue or talk about something else? That way I can remember. Thankfully, we didn't lose the bath, otherwise we would be dead there. Road's closed, so that might be just as bad as we remove the Sensor Bunny, but hey. I really should not have filled the bottle with sludge, but it is a good little option select. That being said, we can take mermaids into notations and be fine, so let's instead go into this forest. We'll get if we get out of funds, we can trade off reason. Otherwise, we're just gonna take a bath in the onsen, question mark? Yeah, onsen. And as a weird little tangent or aside, I hope Panstaz had a fun time had a relaxing time in an onsen, if they indeed visited an onsen. Owl reason. But we'll keep moving on. So, what was our next Azul rule, by the way? Spell, okay. We can forget protective carvings, no point holding on to it, so just lunge with this army knife and hope we hit 95, 85 twice. Essentially 50-50, but with my luck, as you can see, it's not doing so well. So Tataru is flying closer, but we can't really do much anyway, so what I'm going to do instead is gamble and throw this bottle of sludge. If we take burns, we take burns. I didn't enable a school nurse, which would have been a funny little trade-off there, but hey, funny enough, we take perception instead. Let's not take quick thinking this time and see if I pay for it. I don't know why I'm asking myself that question, but hey. So anywho, moving on. Also, so if I didn't already say it, I'll say it at least one more time. I think this is the second time I've said it, but yeah, this next week or two might be a bit hectic. If something weird happens, I guess, not going radio silent, but just know that weird things happen. I might still be able to post on this channel to let you know if anything weird happens, but yeah, it's not really any family emergency, it's just taking care of stuff. That is a little serious, but not as it pertains, it's not related to my health. I'll tell you that much, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, this month is going to be really key for me. I'm trying to close out some... Well, close out, I mean complete some games that I'm developing, but really, when I say complete, I mean release, because they're not going to be complete. Let's just be honest. Well, the third one is... So, if you haven't seen the post, basically I've put up post of graphics for a game that I'm essentially making from scratch, aside from RPG Maker, and maybe using some assets here and there, but assets are mostly going to be audio related in terms of things that I use that are from other people, essentially, but can be used for commercial projects. Nice experience roll. We should be able to level up, so we should still have a lot of Doom to spare. Gigolo's our second encounter, by the way, and we'll switch the police patrols to downtown, because we also have notations, which I think takes us into the downtown as well. But yeah, trying to do a lot of game dev stuff. But again, that's always on me, and I'm not even trying to self-promote or advertise myself here. This is literally just, hey, this is what's going on with me. By the way, we're in pain. I guess I can rest. Even if we have fetid fumes, we have to rest here. Our stamina's too low. Now, my next question is whether or not we level up in time. Theoretically speaking, let's pretend we take 15% Doom. So effectively, we're at 74% Doom. We'd still kind of be at a healthy level. Especially for anyone who's familiar with World of War. But for me, pain. Funny enough, let's trade off some reason for stamina here. And let's get out. Yeah, Protective Carvings has done a lot for us. Also, keeping in mind we have first aid, so trading off that 2 reason was a good call. But we are still missing stamina, so we'll find out if anything else happens. We really need to level up ASAP. So until, yeah, we're gonna level up before the end of Mermaids here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So with this investigation, unless we run into an encounter, we will be able to level up, and we can avoid very bad, or just fail. I didn't know which one was gonna lower stamina. Well, we heal stamina here. Funny enough, our reason might not fall below 3 because now we have first aid, but we'll see. We'll take the Doom here, funny enough. And yeah, we also have a stamina curse, question mark. I also still have frostbite, I didn't realize, but hey, as long as we keep the bath, thankfully we're okay. Never mind, we didn't keep the bath, we're dead. Oh, well. We had 2 stacks of holes anyway, so either way, they don't stack, but we're guaranteed to lose stamina, and we did rest. But we could have rested more, but... So I think we die here, and if we do, so be it. But I guess I'll see you in the next video if that's the case!